Yeah, I think it's a good set of groups that have been created to focus on Afghanistan. There is a trilateral that you're mentioning in your question, Afghanistan, Pakistan, and China, and then there's a quadrilateral, I think, which has got Iran, Afghanistan, Pakistan, and China. And similarly, Central Asians also have Afghanistan embedded in some sort of a setup, similar setup. You have US as sitting there as an observer in most of these groups, except perhaps the trilateral that we just recently had. So when you look at all of these, you realize that yes, the world is concerned about Afghanistan and the stability of Afghanistan. When the US went out of Afghanistan, obviously they went out with a hope and an aim that Afghanistan will be, or that Afghans will be able to take care of their matters. Well, there's a lot of strife there, a lot of disagreement in that sense of whether they agree with the Taliban or not, but Taliban are also Afghans. And so, in that sense, the Afghans have control of their country again. They had control of their country earlier as well, but with a foreign power or a superpower sitting on their soil. But now that they're left to themselves, they got to show better ability and better sense of how to take Afghanistan forward. There are numerous social issues, as you are aware. Of course, terror is one of those which affects Pakistan tremendously, and we are affected by groups that continue to be hosted on the soil of Afghanistan, and we got to continue to fight a rearguard operation, if you will, if not exactly a continuing war against terror or the threat of terror that they want to unleash in Pakistan. So Afghans or the Taliban's in Afghanistan do not have at this time an absolutely entirely strong control or the rate of their state over the all the geographical regions that constitute Afghanistan. So in that sense, there is that space created for uh, more malignant presence of these kind of groups that I just mentioned, TTP, Daesh, etc., etc. The world may be more, concerned about Daesh or the ISIS. We are more concerned with Daesh as well as TTP. TTP is a bigger and a more imminent threat to us. Also, when you have such groups there, then there are third or the fourth nations which tend to make use of these and use them against Pakistan in terms of a strategy to try and keep Pakistan embroiled in difficult security situation. So that too is a possibility. So Pakistan, the best bet for Pakistan is to continue to try and bring this home to the Afghan leadership, with, of course, providing as much of support as is possible, as has been the case. But I think the Afghans must also understand that there is a limit to how much of suffering we can continue to go through or suffer from. And so, therefore, somebody like I know Bilawal Bhutto made a remark and probably visited Afghanistan, Kabul, some months back, whereby I think a message was delivered that if you're unable to take control of these malicious groups that are there in your on your soil, then Pakistan may have to resort to a more offensive application of force to be able to contend with them. But having delivered that very significantly, Pakistan has shown restraint, respect for the Afghan territory, respect for the Afghan government. And so, in that sense, it's a good thing. Secondly, the presence of China is of great and tremendous importance as well. China has been very instrumental in getting Saudi Arabia and Iran together, as we are aware. And so they have a very important role in the region. And in that sense, once when you look at it, you see that China's presence is a presence of like an elder, and that elder is a guarantee, economic as well as security guarantees to Afghanistan to appease their fears, if any, or for that matter, ensure that all of us work together to try and make Afghanistan a more peaceful and a stable nation.